Well, welcome everyone. So nice to have you here and see you tonight. We do have a special guest for you that's going to be entertaining and it's going to be different. And I'm so looking forward to you meeting Bud Ayers. Now, he is a Lifewave brand partner, and I'm going to leave it up to him to give his little short bio on who he is and what he's going to be doing for us tonight, and also his experience with Lifewave. And maybe he'll be sharing with us a little bit of his own testimonials, but we're probably going to wait and do that at the end because he has a presentation to do for us. And so have a pen and paper out because we're going to do a little exercise together, and it should be fun. Now, Bud is a communication skills educator, and he's an author of a great little book that I have to get called Words Matter. And I really like the title of that because being in front of people and doing public speaking, it's so important to have those skills so people can understand you and that you can articulate well, and most of all, to be, a good presenter. So I'm really excited to get to know Bud. We had a chat today. We had a lot of fun. We have a lot in common. It was love at first sight. I'm not supposed to say that about any other man except my husband, but he's also a dancer and a ballroom dancer. Well, when I found that out, I was like, okay, I've got to know this man a little more. So anyway, it'll be fun for him. He'll be sharing about how dancing has become a big purpose for him and part of his life. And I'm anxious for you guys to hear about this. Okay, so we're going to just I want to mention I have a couple of announcements, and I just want to introduce or just talk a minute about the fact that we are a company representing a company called LifeWave, and it's all about this wearable technology. And so we'll talk about it, we'll touch on it. But if you are new to me or you're watching the recording, I'm Suzanne Roth-paul, and I am a certified health coach, and I'm the author of The Power in Your Pantry because I explain to people when they are having health issues, it all starts in your kitchen and what you're eating. And so I love to get into people's kitchens. I love to go through your pantry. I love to go through your refrigerator. People hate when Suzanne's coming to visit, they're like, hide everything because she's going to bust us. And it is kind of funny. I had one girlfriend say, I visited with them, I stayed with them, and she was thrilled that I went through her pantry. Well, the next time I visited, the husband said, would you tell Suzanne to stay out of she's not allowed to get in the pantry, she's not allowed to get in the kitchen. So it is quite funny. But that's where my education starts with the power of food and the power in your pantry. So good health starts in your kitchen or it ends in your kitchen. So, but that's what I focus on. And I just want to plug, I have a summit coming up and I want you guys to know about it. It's called the Secrets to Radiant Health Detox for Longevity Wellness Summit. And it's launching next week. So I'm very excited to be releasing the information here. In the chat, I put the links if you are interested in joining us next week. It's a free summit. 20 speakers, and they're powerhouses of information. And they have pain to purpose stories that are going to blow your mind. A couple of people that have really struggled with their health and what happened to them. And then they've come out the other side and they're all thriving right now. And so we're giving away a lot of valuable information for free. There's a VIP package for $27. And I hope that if you are going to join us, and I hope you do, be sure and get that package. I made it really affordable for everyone because I wanted you to be able to meet some of these speakers. There's some free consultations. There's lots of information that they're going to be giving you from some of their work. They've got some of them have workbooks, some of them have documents that you can read on. One of them's got a pain manifesto that explains why we have so much chronic pain, which I talk a lot about here. But anyway, it's a really good package. There's going to be a raffle for 5 free gifts, and you're not going to want to miss those. And that's one of them is going to be a sleeve of the X39 and a detox product that I highly recommend for people to get out heavy metals. So be sure and get the link if it's here, if you want to, and if you're watching the recording, you'll get it in the show notes. Okay, the other thing I wanted to mention was, again, if you're new to me, I do have a podcast, Suzanne Roth-paul Phototherapy, and I've now checked my latest SP6 video, which has got the highest views, is over 5,000, it's 5,200 views now. And the reason for that is because people's hormones are so whacked out right now. And then the toxic burden loads are causing a lot of thyroid issues and just disruption and imbalances in our body. And so it's a very popular patch. And I wanted to just mention it because here it is, the SB6, which I love. I love this patch. I wear it all the time. But I've been doing a lot of work on this summit development, and it's a full-time job. I like to say when you're interviewing 20 speakers, and it's recorded, by the way, it's not live. Um, and you get those with the VIP. You can start watching right away. You don't have to wait till the launch next week. It's like herding cats, trying to get these guys to do their job in promoting and also getting me all of their materials that I can celebrate with you guys and share with you. And so I've been wearing the SB6 on my stomach meridian 36. It's on your lower knee to the outside of your lower knee, outside of your kneecap on the outside. And it's like where the soft indention is on your leg. And I'm sometimes not even eating until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon or even later. I'm like, well, why am I not hungry? And I realized it's because this patch helps support what I think is great, which is a form of fasting. And autophagy is a word that you want to look up. And basically, it's really good for that because when you're not eating, your body's not having to digest food, which is it takes a lot of work to digest food, but what it's doing when you're not eating is helping you to get out dead cells and or cancer, even cancer potential cells. So cells that are damaged, cells that are old. And so that's what I love about the patch. So do yourself a favor, wear it there, get the patch, wear it there, and give yourself a fasting day. And then I eat dinner, and then of course I go to bed. And that's why good night's rest is so important because you are detoxing and that you're doing a form of autophagy at the same time. Okay, so I just wanted to plug that, the SB6. It's really great. Go watch the videos and learn for yourself about what a great patch that is, as well as all of our patches. All righty. And then I wanted to mention, with the popular patch that we all use is the X39. That is our signature patch. And I want to also mention, I don't plug this book enough, but it's the patch that activates a copper peptide, the GHKCU. And this is a really good book. I don't know if you have it, but I don't know if you know of it, but this is the book by Lauren Picard, who's a PhD, and that is Resetting Your Genes for Youth. And this is a book and the author that David Schmidt, our founder, used when he was doing all of his research for age reversing and trying to figure out why we age. And that's what I love about our founder, David Schmidt. I have to plug him as I always do. This company is over 20 years old now. And he was already talking about cell health and working on the power of, giving our cells what they need to keep us younger and more youthful and healthier. And that was a very long time ago. And we know that stem cells and cellular health is really the top on the conversation now about good health. So it's a great product, and I'm glad you're here, and I hope you're using it well. All right, Bud. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you to come on up, say hello, and let's get started.
Okay, well, good evening, good afternoon. Good evening. My name is Bud Ayers, and I am a Lifewave brand partner. I've been introduced to Lifewave back in July in 2024. 24? Yeah, 24. And by the way, I'm 68 years old. I'll be 69 this year. And one of the things that got me really excited was I was coaching basketball, feeling a little down. And after I wore the patches for a week, I felt like I was 30 years old again. And I was starting to take jump shots, and I got really, really excited. And I said, I got to be part of this because I know so many athletes that would love to just feel young again.
Wow.
So, and plus, because I'm dealing with college students, I
Yep.
have to keep my energy up. And dancing is one of those things that I'm not giving up no matter what, because it does keep me young in that sense.
Yeah, well, tell us a little bit about your dancing. You teach at San Jose
I
State.
teach at San Jose State. I've been a professional dancer since 1995. Unlike most people, I actually didn't start dancing till I was 33.
Okay.
So I started late. I became a pro at 35, where most people retire,
Hmm.
and I still competed till I was 55. So I
Oh,
was still on the professional dance floor competing at 55.
oh my goodness. I didn't know.
So
I didn't know you went that far back. I listened to one of your interviews, but I didn't realize that. Well, that's amazing. I
yeah,
love it. I love it.
that
Okay.
was 2014 was my last competition.
Okay. And you
But
can see, but Bud, you've got your LifeWave website. You've got a video up there. Is that where you
yeah.
had the video? No, not that one. You had a
No,
different.
The Lifewave has my interview with Bob Dickey
That's right.
when I first brought the book out.
And where can they
Yeah.
see you dance?
Hmm?
Where can they see you dance? Are you video? Do you have a
You can
site?
look, fortunately, my name is unique enough that you can just find me on YouTube by typing my name.
Okay.
Uh, there it is in big letters.
Okay.
Just type
Okay.
it in, and I should be the first one to pop up on YouTube.
All righty. Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm going to come down and visit you. We're going to do some dancing. I can't wait. I'm not a ballroom dancer, but I'm game. I love to dance. Well, that's great. And you definitely have an interest, but what I understand the dancing and I know the education part is connected. So you teach these young people to dance. It's all part of the curriculum at the school. Is that right?
correct.
How
Correct.
is that? What is it called? Ballroom dancing?
It's called social dancing.
Oh, so
So I
that
teach beginning social, beginning Latin, and beginning swing. So I teach a total of I'm capable of teaching 25 dances, but at school I only teach 12.
Oh my goodness. And so your students, you've got some pictures I've seen on Facebook where you have a lot of people in one room. How many
Oh
people are
yeah.
you teaching at
On
one time?
average 40.
Whoa, okay.
Used
All
to
right.
have 50, but they because of COVID, they
Uh-huh.
reduced the number by 20%. But I
So
used to have 50 per class, and I used to teach 7 classes. I'm now down to 5.
do you use the patches while you're dancing? Do you need
Oh,
them?
of course. Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So great. We have a couple that are part of the Lifewave team, our team here, and they have done patching for high heel shoes when you're dancing and how to patch your feet and your legs and your buttocks because it
Oh.
takes a lot. I mean, I'm a dancer and I go out and do some serious stomping, and it's amazing how you come home exhausted. Even when I was young,
Mm.
it was amazing how your body, is a workout if
Well,
you're really dancing.
I have a quick story. Just recently, my wife and I do a different. We do different kinds of dancing. She likes to do vintage country. I'm talking like
Hmm,
English country dancing.
okay.
Anyway, one day I came back and we were on a hard surface, and my knee was just screaming at me. That I felt like I wasn't going to be able to walk. I put Eon patches right on. Pain went away. I was like, oh, great. Back
Awesome.
to
Yes.
normal.
And when I wear high heels, ladies, I will put inappropriate shoes and I'm out walking or going for an event. I do patch the energy patches on my feet and I'll put them, you can put on, you can put anything, but I will patch certain parts of my feet if my shoes are giving me trouble. And it's amazing. I don't even notice. I'll get home and I'll be like, wow, okay. All right, well, let's get started. I know we could talk about dancing. Sorry, guys,
Uh,
but we're both dancers and we can spend our entire evening talking about that. Why don't you tell us what we're going to be doing tonight and what you're going to be showing us on this piece?
Okay. So my book, Words Matter, is about your self-talk. One of the most important things that people don't pay attention to is how they talk to themselves and where it actually comes from. And unfortunately, most of our negative talk comes from our parents.
No.
Yeah.
I know I have
Um,
a son. It's mortifying because it's true. It is
my,
true.
yeah, my own mother told me this, and she told me I could understand you being a dance instructor if you were mentally retarded. My
Oh
own
my
mother said that to me.
goodness. Was she
But then she
kidding?
ended up becoming my biggest fan after she saw what I was capable of doing and what I did for people.
Oh,
But she comes from an old school where survival was more important. Life was not about being happy. Life was about
yes.
surviving.
Yes.
She
I know.
did live through World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a totally different point of view of how life should be. But anyway, ended up becoming my biggest fan. So no
Mm.
problems there.
That's
Uh,
amazing. Good
so
story.
let me get started with my slideshow, and we'll see if I can share my screen. And here we go.
And I didn't preface this, but we didn't really preface this, but what we're wanting to do is empower everybody who's here and even watching the recording is how critical it is to know, first of all, who you're talking to if you are presenting the LifeWave patches to somebody, and then how you present it. And
Right.
all of this is so important for most of us that are not salespeople And we love this product so much, and I'm one that over talks too much about it. And so you're going to teach us how to really present it better in a way that, that words matter to people when they're hearing us, that they really that they first of all believe us, and second of all they want to try it. That's okay. This is a sharing company, not a selling company.
Right. And I'll be very quick about my book because I want to spend more time on the communication part of it. But this book can really change your mindset. And what I've learned over the years, because I work with college students all day long, they're focused on the wrong thing. They're focused on knowledge.
Mhm.
Knowledge is irrelevant if you have a poor mindset.
Oh.
Okay. Doesn't matter what you know. If nobody likes you, no one's going to buy from you or no one's going to listen to you. And part of it is what is driving you to become the way you are. So there's a copy of my book. It's available on Amazon. Okay. So most people don't pay attention to the words that we use, like fast versus quick. Okay. They're two totally different types of movement. For example, there's a video on YouTube that's the greatest video. It's an antelope versus a lion.
Mm.
And the antelope is quick and the lion is fast. And what you see here is the antelope is drinking water. The lion attacks it. The antelope makes one quick move and the lion is in the dust. Okay.
Mm.
So there's a difference between fast and quick. Another one between arrogance and confidence. This gets confused a lot. I was raised Catholic. And as being a Catholic, you were told never to be confident because it appeared arrogant.
Yeah.
You were always to be humble. And you can be totally confident and be very humble. But many people confuse the word arrogance with confidence.
Okay.
Ignorance versus stupid. Ignorant is a choice. Stupid is what it is. Okay. Ignorance is
Yeah.
you can have all this information and you don't want to pay attention to it. And stupid is, well, you just can't figure things out. I actually don't even like to use that word. Now, this is the important one. This is the part where most people get in trouble
Mm.
because this refers to our business. This business is simple, but it's not easy.
Mm.
But we use the words back and forth. Oh, it's an easy business. No, it's not. It's a simple business. You
Okay.
simply share your products with people and you make decision, but the business is not easy. And that's
Mhm.
the part where I really want to get people to understand. Do not call this an easy business. It's a simple business. Very, very different. Just like dancing. Let's go back to dancing. Dancing is very simple. Footwork is left, right, left, right, left, right, left, but it's not easy.
Mhm.
Okay. And this is the biggest one, need versus want. Pay attention to how many times you say the word need versus want, and you will understand why some of the things you have don't come to you, or the things that you want in your life aren't appearing simply because of the way you use the word need and want. So part of my talk is stop needing to and start wanting to. This is what my original title for the book was, but my publisher said, no, it's too singular. And the point of this is to pay attention to how many times you say the word need and notice how it's not getting done.
Mm.
Okay. I want you to check in with yourself every time you say the word need. How do you feel? Do you feel powerful or do you feel weak? And the majority of the time, I can tell you, you probably feel weak, even by the way you say it. Oh, yeah, I need to exercise. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, I need to change my diet. Well, there's a reason why you're not doing it because when you need to do something, you're not excited about it. You're actually drained to do it. If you want to change and to me, the word need, your brain hears it as I'm powerless. That's why you hear people that are needy never get
Mhm.
because they're powerless. Okay. I have a saying, you'll never see a poster, forget the needy, feed the greedy. And why is that? Because greedy people want. Now, I'm not
Mhm.
condoning greed, but the fact that they want something, they go after it. Where a needy person says, well, I can't do anything about it. Please help. Okay. Pay attention to that. Change that word. If you have to use the word, use required. I'm required to do this versus I need to do this, and watch your life change. Um, what's else? There's something else I wanted to add to it.
But I was
Yeah.
telling you earlier, my favorite word, and I've learned this in all leadership coaching, is I get to do. Remember? I
Yeah.
said, I get to do this. And it all of a sudden, even when I say I get to do it, it changes the whole perspective. My face lights up. I get to do this today, even if it's bad or hard. When you say I get to do it, it does change the perspective. So that's a good
Well,
word.
just the same thing. If you say I need to make a sale versus I want to make a sale,
Yes.
it's going to
Yes.
be a totally
I get to
different
make a
attitude.
sale, but I get to make a sale today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, there's only five things in life that you need. And something that you need is something that is required for you to live. And I put it in this order so it's easy to remember. And as you get to know me, you'll notice that I love acronyms because it's an easy
Mhm.
way to remember it. And it spells flaws. And they are food, love, air, water, and sleep. Without these things, you die. Okay. So you need food, you need to eat, you need sleep, you need water, you need air. In my opinion, you need love because what's the point of living if you never get to love anything? Okay.
That's right.
So those are the only times when it's okay to say need. Again, this is my opinion. You can take it or leave it. But if you say, I need to sleep, go sleep because that's something your body requires. Matter of fact, I want to jump a little bit. It just dawned on me like 2 months ago, and I don't know why I was even thinking about it, that nothing we make is good for the human body.
Hmm.
The only thing that's good for the human body is what is natural. Because when we were born, nothing was cooked.
Ah, yeah.
So our bodies are not designed to eat anything unnatural. And I shouldn't talk because I eat all kinds of junk food. So I,
Oh no, don't you tell me that.
yeah,
I'm coming down. We're going to do a dance, but we're going to clean a pantry as well.
I just, I just had a fistful of M&M peanuts. So
Mm,
I'm not going to be the first to judge in that sense.
been there.
Right. So a little bit of story about the needing to versus wanting to. I had a friend named Sally, and she was what do you call a holistic healer for me, and she was working on my body, and we would have conversations, and she kept telling me, you know what I need? I said, you don't need anything. What do you want? She goes, no, I need a man. I said, no, you don't need the man. What do you want? Anyway, finally got her to admit what she wants was a man who loved her child as much as her.
Uh,
When she started to say that, when she said that, 6 months later, she found him and they got married.
mm,
Okay. To me, that's the power of changing that word. When I got my job at SJSU, this is the funniest one. And my wife still eats crow to this day for that. Um, Back in 2007, I was offered a position at San Jose State as a substitute teacher. Now, I don't have a formal education, but I'm a professional dancer. So, who better to teach dancing than a professional dancer, right? Well, my wife said, well, good luck. It's a university. You can't get in because you don't have a degree. I said, wait, let me clarify something. I want this job. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And she said, good luck. I said, you're not listening to me. I said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Well, to make a long story short, I've been teaching there now for since 2007. Okay. So all that garbage about, oh, you need a degree, if they like you, they will find a way around it. So one of those things, rules are made to stop people from doing something. Those who go past the rules usually create changes. And I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. My wife laughs to this day. If any of you are familiar with the law of attraction, there was a book and a movie called The Secret. And one of the things that the guy said was he always gets front row parking. And when I understood that, I said, that's what I want from now on. And almost everywhere I go, I get front row parking, even during the busiest times. As soon as I pull up, somebody's going to pull out. And it's almost hilarious because I have proof on some of these instances.
okay, but you have to tell us what that's about. Are you visualizing it? Or are you saying I have a parking spot right up front?
Okay, so what I say is I always get front row parking.
Okay, simple.
So this just happened recently. We went to San Francisco. You know what parking is like in San Francisco.
Yes, I live here.
Okay. The restaurant we were at was in Broadway. No, was it Broadway? Broadway in San Francisco. What are the odds of parking just across the street? I got
Slim.
parking just across the street.
Well, Bud,
Okay.
I had a friend who actually, she was the same way. We get in the car and we go somewhere, and I'd say, "Oh, we're going to be late and we've got to find parking and we're not going to find." I'd start going down the rabbit hole, and she'd say, "Suze, visualize it. There's a parking spot right in front." And I'd be like, "Oh, that doesn't work." And she'd say, "Well, it does for me." And she was driving, and we found a parking spot right out front. And I was
Mhm,
like, "Okay, there's something to that." So when I do that and just say, "I'm going to find a spot to park," it's not going to be a problem.
mhm. It happened in a town meeting. I arrived 30 minutes late for a town meeting, and I got front row parking, literally right in front of the door. Okay.
Perfect.
Somebody pulled out just as I came in. So a lot of the power of your mind, and I live by two simple rules. Money always comes to me when I need it.
Mhm.
I know I say need it, but it always gets there, and I always get what I want. Those are the two simple phrases I live by. And that's why I'm enjoying my life, because things come to me in the simplest fashion. So the point of the book is simply this. How do you talk to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Do you berate yourself a lot? Do you say negative things? What do you say when you make a mistake? You cuss yourself out? My parents always said, well, my parents never said I was stupid because my mother was wise. Oops, let's back up. My mother was wise in that we were not allowed to say negative words. Like we couldn't call anybody dumb, stupid. Shut up was considered as bad as an F word.
Yeah.
So if we made a mistake, she would call us a genius, but sarcastically.
Yes,
So
yes.
as we've learned, though, your brain can't distinguish what's real and what's not. So by hearing the word genius, that's the only thing that sticks.
Mm.
So even though she was sarcastically insulting us, our brain heard it as something positive.
It's
Okay.
great, great mom. She makes
And
up for
this,
that. She makes up for all of that time telling you were, what was it that retarded if you
oh yeah, oh yeah. Well,
we make mistakes. Yeah.
what changed her mind was my cousin was a VP of Hewlett Packard in the Philippines, and she quit her job to be an advocate against sex trafficking. And my mother couldn't believe it. She goes, "How could you leave such success?" And she said, "I'm not serving the Lord by making money."
Exactly. Wow, that's
And
beautiful.
that changed her mind totally right there.
Oh, yeah. We need more.
So
We need more of that.
yeah, what you want to do is pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Are you kind? Are you, and if you can't talk nicely to yourself, find somebody who can.
Mm,
Find somebody who sees the good in you and continues to talk about the good parts of you. Okay. Truth of the matter, it's hard to convince someone if you can't convince yourself.
yes.
Okay. And that's where some of us have this, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, how does it escape me right now? Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, yeah. A
When you're
lot of us do.
succeeding and you don't know why.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So now I'm not yet going to stop share. I'm going to change my share. And we're going to start. Now's a good time to get a pen and paper out.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to give you 20 questions. There is no right or wrong. Main thing is there is no right or wrong. And if you can, at the bottom of the page, this is what you want to write: blueprint, action, nurturing knowledge. And the numbers that you see here correspond to the question. Okay. So on a scale of five, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, one being, let's see if I can get that down. I should have done it this way. So 5 being a true 80 to 100% of the time, 4, 60 to 79, and so on and so forth. So first question is, I look for opportunities to help others. I'll give you 30 seconds.
Wait a second, Bud. I'm confused. I think I did this with you before, and I got a little. What is one, five being the most true?
5 is the most true.
Okay, the most true, and one being the least amount. Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right up there on top.
I assume everybody. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Let me just. I mean, I don't need to do that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And just circle that. Number 2, I embrace risk. Number 3, I believe it is important that rules are enforced. Don't spend a lot of time thinking about this because your first answer will always be your true answer. I highly value competence. I value predictability in my life. I make decisions based on good analysis and good data. Number 7, I tend to be compassionate and tender to most people. Number 8, I need to be a leader. There's that need word again. Number 9, I find joy in charitable giving. Number 10, I prefer having a step-by-step system to follow. Number 11, I place great value in expertise. Number 12, I like to be the center of attention. Number 13, I crave stimulation and excitement. Number 14, I highly value intelligence. 15, I am passionate about supporting the cause I believe in. Number 16, I am disciplined and I like to follow protocols, guidelines, and timelines. 17, I crave a lifestyle of fame and fortune. 18, I value science and the scientific method. Number 19, I value stability over change. And number 20, it's important to make a deep connection. Now, what you want to do is take those numbers and apply it accordingly. I'll leave this up here for, let's say, about 3 minutes. So question number 3, you would put whatever you circled. And the question number 5, whatever you circled, or whatever you put in. This chart is, if you want to circle things, but you can write the number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you put your totals down at the bottom. Okay. So the questions are based on this personality here. So this is a blueprint question, is I believe it's important that rules are enforced. Action question is I embrace risk. So these are based on the value system. Those numbers pertain to that value system. So if you are a true blueprint, you would have 25 points as a blueprint. I'll give you 3 minutes. Let me see if I can fill the time with anything. So I love using Lifewave patches because, as a matter of fact, I use them now because I'm bowling.
Oh.
I found that my left ankle is really weak and nobody can figure out what's wrong with it. I've been to therapists, I've been to doctors, and they've all tried and they can't figure it out. Basically, there's no strength in my left ankle. It's hard for me to hold balance, which is challenging for dancing. And I found this out when I wore my what they call Latin shoes, which has an 1.5-inch heel, and I was constantly twisting my ankle.
That's what caused it?
No, it didn't cause it, but that was the cause. That was the effect of my ankle being weak. I kept falling off my heels. Couldn't support myself. Like right now, I cannot go ice skating because I don't have enough strength to stay on the skate.
That's dangerous anyway.
Yeah, well,
better to be on the dance floor. So what are you using?
I'm using X39 to strengthen my side there.
Okay, so you put it on point of on the location?
I put it on the left side where the muscle is. I'm wearing it right now. And
okay. And you're able to move, you don't have the stiffness or have the weakness and having the issues?
Well, it was affecting my knee. My knees were hurting.
Yeah.
Because of my balance being out of sort, it put a lot of strain on my joints. And now that I put the X39 on it, and Eon, I can go bowl without a problem.
Fabulous. Yeah, Eon, I was going to say for inflammation.
Yeah.
Because one of the things, Bud, that I noticed, because I've been with LifeWave now for 5 years, and when people would put on the X39, people would be like, it healed immediately, it stopped the pain, everything was great. And then other half, I'd say 50% of them, it didn't do anything. And what I learned later was the X39 is busy trying to get in there and heal it and get it started on the process where you're gonna have pain before you have pleasure, and that it took a while for the pain to work. And so then I learned you put the Eon with it, and that's going to stop inflammation, help pain, or you use Ice Wave, and that's I use it together so that I get the rapid healing and then I get the pain relief. But X39, if you I broke a toe once, X39, immediate relief. I sliced my finger open, X39, immediate relief. So acute things it works really well on. But if you've
Yeah.
had something for a long time, it's helping, but it might take a little longer for the pain to go away, and that's why you couple it with other patches.
Right. So what it is the higher the score, the more you put it. So what's your highest score?
22, nurturing.
So that's your first letter.
Okay.
What's your next highest score?
21, action.
So that's your second one.
And then what am I supposed to be writing down?
NA. And
So
then the third,
you write it down,
yeah,
NA, and then the
and
next one is knowledge,
KB. So you're an NAKB.
yes. What did you guess for me?
Huh?
What did
I
you get?
guess you are an ANKB.
ANKB. Okay.
So I got the two confused.
Well, they're very high though. They're like 22
Yeah.
points on the nurturing and 21 on action.
Mm-hmm. So it really depends on your mood as to what's more important sometimes.
I'm
Depends
a
on
crab and I'm a Cancer, so I'm on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. So absolutely, it depends on what mood I'm in. Am I a Gemini today or am I a Cancer? And they're both very, yeah, they're very
right,
challenging
I'm on the
personality.
cusp too.
Okay.
All right. So everybody else, can you put in their scores or those who have done it for the first time? So April, you're an NKBA, which means you care more about people, but you value knowledge, and getting attention is not high on your list. And you follow rules only if you're nervous.
If she's nervous. Okay.
Your third personality is what you do when you're nervous.
Oh, okay.
So or anxious. And so what happens is when she's anxious, she becomes very strict.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
And for you, when you're anxious, you have a tendency to talk more about knowledge.
Yeah,
You
that's what
want
I
to
do
know
with
more.
LifeWave.
Yeah.
It's I try to prove that I'm knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
But
prove myself and I'm digging a hole deeper and deeper because I
so
keep talking and instead of just
you
being
care
quiet.
about people, and you also like to be, you like to get attention, and you like to succeed. You like to be successful.
Mhm. Is there a perfect score? Is there something where somebody is just like a rock star and comfortable about what would that be? Like what are you? You're super confident speaking and you know,
I'm an NKBA.
an N. So an N is your first as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought we'd be knowledge.
Nope. I'm
Okay.
in K though. NK.
Yeah. Yeah.
And B, uh, and last one is A. I don't really care. I'm not an attention grabber.
Huh.
Okay.
Very interesting.
So Maureen is a KBNA, okay, which means she values knowledge. She likes rules, something that's stable. She cares about people, but knowledge is more important, and she doesn't really care for attention. All right. So why is
Okay.
this important? What most of us don't realize is that you have to have four different types of presentations, not just one kind.
Okay.
If you do one kind, that means you're only going to get about 25% of your clients. Because according to the person who developed this, you will buy more from the person who has the same value as you than someone who doesn't. Okay, just like people, the reason why people boycott is they want to buy from people who share the same values. I mean, If that isn't a perfect example, I don't know what is.
You're saying when we have the same value, we have to change how we approach each person individually because they're not my personality. I have to meet their personality.
Correct.
When you meet their personality, then they feel won over. And then when you are able to speak to them in a way that they can hear it and respect it, then you've won them. But if you're bucking the personality thing,
Mm-hmm.
too much information, somebody who doesn't want information, like my husband,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, get to the bullet point. He's a bullet point person.
Right. Okay.
They
So
get annoying and you lose them.
can you guys see my screen?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
wait a minute. I see also like the chat. So turn all that off. There you go.
All right. So this is part of the thing here.
So
All
it's
right.
really funny, Bud. One of my clients, sweet Nedra, is she still here? Nedra's on, and I met her in Texas when I was there taking care of my dad last year and are handling his affairs. And she would be a good one to talk to me about my personality, probably because we're a little. She's very friendly, but she's now with LifeWave, and she's one of the easiest people that I've talked to about LifeWave, and she was willing to try it right away. And she's been very consistent showing up here. So would that be because her personality is similar to mine?
Yes.
Am I selling style?
Yeah.
And she's more methodical and she's
Mhm.
thoughtful. And so I look at that and I'm like, well, am I reflecting that or did I pick it up on her personality and I'm modeling it?
Well, you're a thoughtful person too, so she relates to you in that sense that you care about others. So this is how many codes we've cracked, part of our business, the business that uh, I was in, and you'll notice how many of the people are nurturing. 36% of the population is nurturing, 16%
Wow.
is knowledge, 23% is blueprint, and this is 24% action. This is based on the 8 billion codes that we have cracked. Okay. Uh,
Shoot, I wanted to get a picture of that. That's pretty cool.
yeah, I can do that.
Well, that goes to show that we should be in better shape as a world, and we're not. So what's happening are the action. Who's making all of the information? The knowledge people that are causing
Yeah.
so much,
Action. Action people are those who are the people who create. They make things happen.
whether it's good or bad.
Right. Blueprints are we'll talk about that because we're going to get right
Okay.
into
All
that.
right.
So, according to Greek physician Hippocrates, are 4 different temperaments, and these are the 24 different combinations that people can be.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see all the different types that are there.
Wow.
I am an NKBA, way down there in the bottom.
Okay.
All right, so this helps you get more prospects because the more that people understand you, the more they share the same value, the more they are likely to buy. All right, so this is language which makes human civilization possible. These are all the different personalities. All right, so let's get into the ability to sell is number one skill in business, and most people really don't like the word sell, and that's the negative part.
Right.
Okay. All right, so let your prospect determine that presentation. That's what I'm trying to say. Most of us, we have a presentation, hopefully it fits the prospect as opposed to the other way around.
Yes.
All right. So most common mistake, you deliver the right script 25% of the time, you deliver the wrong script 75% of the time. Okay, and these are typical sales. You miss 67%, miss their quota, 54% close less than 40%, and the rest, the best salesperson get 2.5 times the number of leads. All right, we'll go quickly past this part. Okay, so here we go. So these are the values of a blueprint. They value stability, structure, systems, planning, process, predictability. Blueprints do not like risk. Okay.
Mm.
So when you're approaching a blueprint, you better talk about the stability of our company. Our company is 21 years old. Okay. We are very stable. We have we're over 108 different countries. We have different kinds of products, duty, rules, credentials, titles, and tradition. The more you can talk about David Schmidt, the more you will impress a blueprint. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that we have a system that has been proven. Everything is proven. We have records for everything. We have a system. We have a plan. We have processes. And they like predictability. Again, if you talk about, well, only 5% of people are successful, you're going to lose them right off the bat. So these people, blueprints, the first thing you want to talk about is the stability of the company. You will bore a person who is an A personality if you start talking about the stability of the company. They don't care. Nope. That's why
He
you have
wants
to
this information, but he's not impressed with it.
you have to take a look at. He's probably an A then. What's in it for me?
Hmm. He's a
That's why you have to.
CPA. He's a finance guy. So,
Yeah, that's why you have to take the quiz, because you have to see what he really values.
well, how do you do that on the spot when you just meet somebody?
Well, we'll
We'll
show
get
you
there.
that in a
Okay.
moment. So, people who are blueprints are normally accountants, teachers, lawyers, managers, and officers. People who like to take control or like stability. Again, this is not 100%.
Yeah.
People are not 100%.
Generalized. Well, my
But
husband's an accountant, so there you go.
okay, I believe it or not, I was almost an accountant. So that
Best thing,
part
you're a
is,
reluctant accountant. I love that.
yeah, I was just good with numbers. I was good with
Okay.
numbers.
Good for you.
So here's how you sell to a blueprint. You have to be professional, organized. You have to be on time. You show up
Yep.
late, forget it, gone. You have to have a step-by-step plan and presentation. You don't want to be too pushy or exaggerate. You want to provide them with facts, proof, and references, show them the system's success. Remember I said about risk, minimize the risk and stay within budget.
Can we say this is mostly men?
Huh?
Can we say this is mostly men?
Um, that's a good possibility, yeah.
Okay.
I can talk about men and women too, because I used to sell communication workshops. All right. So for a blueprint, biggest thing is be on time, be professional, and talk about the how stable the system is, and that we have a current system. If you focus on, oh well, you can take vacation trips here, gone. They're not going to be interested.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Next up. Okay, action. These people like freedom. They like flexibility. They like spontaneity.
Hmm.
They like action. They like opportunity, excitement, attention, stimulation, competition, winning. So these people, you don't have to say, oh, we've been in business for 21 years. They say, when you join us, we're going to have a lot of fun. You can win these awards. You can travel. That's what's going to get them excited. That's what's going to get them to listen. Oh, by the way, we love to have competitions. We love to honor those people who like to win awards. And with this business, you have a lot of freedom.
Yep.
Okay. That's what's going to get an action person interested in LifeWave. If you
That's
bore them
neat.
with details, you lose them. They don't care about the details. So you want to come across excited. Let's go into the next stage. So the people who are A's are actors, athletes, salespeople, public speakers, and entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So to sell them, you want to be cool, dress to impress, display excitement and enthusiasm. You don't want to display excitement and enthusiasm to a blueprint.
Yes. What is this
Yeah.
person?
This is an action.
The action one. Yeah, I'm almost neck and neck with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skip the small talk. Just get straight to the
Oh.
point. Hey, if you're
Oh.
like a person who likes adventure, you like challenges, you like to meet people, this is the business you want to be in. Have a sense of urgency. Remember, time is money. Have fun. Sell the sizzle. Lifestyle and the dream. Like I said, don't overload with details. You'll bore them to death. Introduce them to other successful influencers. Be confident and charismatic.
Hmm.
You basically have to be a chameleon, and you'll start to learn things. And there's 4 questions you can ask them, and I'll share that with you.
All right.
So these are the action types you can see there.
Yeah.
Okay. So stay cool, dress to impress. All right. Next up, nurturing. These are people who value relationships, authenticity, personal growth, significance, teamwork, involvement, community. You can read it all there. Charity, ethics, harmony, morality, contribution. So
Yeah.
with these type of people, you want to tell them how many people they can help, how many organizations they can be part of, what they can do for others. Do not be pushy. Do not try to convince them of anything. Just share with them true stories that touch on their emotions.
That's me.
They don't like facts. Facts are going to bore them to sleep, but they like stories. They like that human interaction. Like for me, I have a friend who is going through kidney dialysis right now, and I'm sending him. And everybody told me let's put him through the what's that word I'm looking for?
Well,
Cleanse.
oh, yeah, a
We're
cleanse.
going to put him through the cleanse, and I'm able to, get him the patches to do that.
Oh,
That
great.
will see that touches you.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make you want to be part of it. Our ethics. We Lifewave is a company that likes to, you know, be part of the Red Cross. They're developing systems and helping humanity by
Yes.
building a drone system. Those are the things that will get a nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So be authentic. Just be yourself when you're talking to these people. Don't try to impress them. They're more concerned. They're happier when they're talking to you than you are listening to your sales pitch. Show them you care more about them than the money. Introduce them to your team or tribe. Get them connected with others in the community. And again, talk about the cause you're passionate about. Do you like to help people? Hey, we're developing this drone program that gets these patches to countries or places that are difficult to reach. Would you like to be part of that?
Mm.
That's not going to be of interest to an action person.
Yes.
An action person is how much money can I make? How much recognition can I get? And how fast can I get there? Okay. Share your why you support the mission,
Mm.
and maintain good eye contact. Allow them to connect with you. These are also the hardest people to get to motivate
Oh, that's
because they're
me.
not pushy.
Mm. Oh, the nurturers are not pushy.
No, the nurturers are not pushy.
Oh,
You
the
really
nurturers.
have, and plus they're not the adventurous type, so you kind of have to babysit them through the entire process and make it safe for them
Oh,
because their whole
safety.
focus is not success. Their focus is helping others.
Oh, I see. I think I've got conflicting personalities.
Yeah.
I'm a split personality, like a
Mhm.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty.
And
Interesting.
last but not least, knowledge people.
Oh boy.
Oh, did I get to the jobs? I'm missing the job part. These people are normally doctors, nurses, anything in the healthcare industry.
Mm.
I don't know how I'm missing that page. All right. Next one, learning or knowledge. These are the engineer type. They love learning, intelligence, logic, technology, research and development, science. These are the people that are easiest to sell because this
Ah,
is the type of thing they like. They want to learn more. They want to know more.
yes.
Okay. Science, products based on science, expertise, competence, accuracy, the big picture. Occupations are engineers, scientists, programmers, analysts, and researchers.
Mm.
Okay. With them, you got to know your information. You got to know
My
what you're
gosh.
talking about. You want to provide them with resources. Stay logical. Do not be emotional. Don't go, is just right there. Don't get overly emotional, excited. They don't care about that. Think of a Sheldon. Sheldon and Big Bang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Be able
also
to
my
debate.
husband. This is my husband too.
Yeah.
I've got a tough nut to crack.
Be able to debate and defend your product, be able to justify your price, connect with them with the subject matter expert, and give them time to think about it. They
Yep.
want to make sure they're making the right decision, so they're always, validating everything.
Okay.
So, point being is this: there's 4 questions you want to ask, or a simple question. What is more important to you? Company's reputation, how much money you can make, helping others, or learning more science information, or learning more, getting more information. And that will kind of give you a general idea of where they want to go. Well, I want to see how this helps others. Boom. Okay. You're going to create your presentation for nurturing. Well, I want to know more. That's a K. All right. You're going to alter your presentation for a K. Well, tell me the reputation. How long has this company been around in business? All right. Blueprint.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then, of course, what's in it for me? How much money can I make? A, right off the bat.
Oh, that's knowledge?
No, that's A is action.
Oh, I thought you said K.
No,
Okay. Knowledge. Okay. Well, and so okay. I had a question, so just when you're finished.
go ahead.
So how do you evaluate somebody when you're meeting them in the first 5 minutes? So you've just met them at an event and you want to introduce the patches to them, or you want to introduce LifeWave. What is
Okay.
your key strategy for reading them?
Well, the bank method, what they tell you to do is they want you to buy these cards, okay,
Okay.
and you hand them to your client, and you
Oh,
say, as you look at this, put them in the order that's of most importance to you. This
okay.
will help me save you time and money. This will help me save you time and customize my presentation to what you want.
All right.
Okay. And then if they, so they hand you the cards and you can do it from there.
So you're taking the cards. Or I'm just thinking about, can you say so go back and reread all of the
Mm-hmm.
key points, pick one or two from that and say, are you an information person? Are you caring about the philanthropic part, the part of a company like this? Take the best of LifeWave and break it
Mm-hmm.
down into 4 things, and then
Mm-hmm.
ask people, which part of this LifeWave is all these 4 things, which one do you want to start with?
Correct.
And see
Yeah.
how they respond. And if they say, I like all of it, just pick of it.
Yeah.
Or how did I start with LifeWave? I was in pain. I needed some help. I didn't care about anything else, but does the product work?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Now, for me, the way I get to meet people is I just wait for them to complain.
Yes.
Oh, my back's hurting. Oh, you want, you want to
Yes.
fix it?
Yeah.
That's how I get to, or if I see somebody hurt. Like the other day, my student came in and says, I'm going to need a chair. I sprained my ankle. I said, hey, you want something for that?
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
how it starts.
Yeah, true. Okay. Well, yes, pain is one of the easiest things to do. Everybody's got a pain point.
Mm-hmm. And this is all our
Pretty
promotion
cool.
for the
What
business.
is this system called, Bud?
Bank, BANK.
The bank system. So you can research it, guys, and you can find out more. It's very
Right.
fascinating, though. But it is hard for some of us well, it just depends. If you're
Yeah.
that one, if you're a couple of personalities, that's the point. It's easier for you to, because we're all aren't we all mixed personalities? No, we're not just one type.
Right. But the thing is this, think of it as language. The more different languages you can speak, the more connections you can make. You can choose to be a single, if you go, well, you know what? I don't want to learn another language. I choose to be me. Well, you're going to limit yourself to who you're going to offer to. So it's a matter of what are you willing to do to get what you want? Are you willing to change, or are you willing to go, nope, I'm not going to change. I'm going to stay doing what I'm doing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
people who adapt, I have this talk called "Don't be a dinosaur, be a cockroach." We're always told that only the strong survive. Well, how come cockroaches are still around but dinosaurs aren't?
So what's your answer?
Well, dinosaurs didn't adapt. cockroach is dead.
Well,
Yeah. So the key to survival is not strength. The key to survival is adaptation.
ah,
I use Kodak and Honda as an example.
oh yeah.
Kodak, I don't know if you know this, actually invented the digital camera back in 1975.
No, I think I heard something about
Yeah,
that. Just, oh my God.
their engineers did it, and they were afraid it was going to replace the film industry, so they hid it.
Oh dear. They shot themselves in the
They
foot.
shot themselves in the foot.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I did hear that. And Kodak was, oh my gosh,
Yep.
you couldn't do anything, couldn't take a picture. It was they were just, monopoly there.
Mhm.
Okay, that's interesting. All right. So any other takeaways in terms of tips for those of us that love, we're big-hearted people that are in LifeWave. Not very many, not I would say some of the top earners are all MLM specialists. They've been with the company, they've been doing direct sales for decades. That's their business.
Well, this goes for any direct sales. Um, real
Or just any
estate,
sales. Any sales.
especially real estate, anytime you're talking one-on-one, this is a very good system to use, in my opinion. It's also great for relationships. If
Oh,
you
no,
find
I just started to say we're in sales my leadership programs are saying you're always selling yourself. You're selling to your kids to mind you. You're selling to your partner to love you. You're selling to
right,
your employee, your neighbors, everything. So how you show up, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so
right.
if you're showing up in business one way, you're showing up in your personal life that way. You're trained in this, and this is something that you teach people. Do you work with people doing this as far as a coach? Is that what you do?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
I train people who want to improve on their technique because times have changed and we don't selling is not what it used to be. Just like teaching dance
Right.
is not what it used to be.
Right. Right.
Okay. I'm one of the few teachers who teaches the way you learn, as opposed
Mm,
to because a typical teacher will teach the way they wwere taught, as opposed to
mm,
how a student learns. I have a lot of success with engineers because I can talk like an engineer.
hmm
I can teach engineers how to dance because numbers mean nothing to an engineer unless it's specifically tied to something that they understand. For like an inside turn, it's a 180-degree turn. It's not just turn, it's a 180-degree turn.
All right.
They
All right.
understand the language.
Then they can understand that from that
Mhm.
perspective.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's
And when,
that's
when
really great.
and when I teach them, I don't use numbers. I'll say forward, forward, side together, or step, replace, side, but never numbers. Because numbers mean nothing to a non-dancer. Only dancers understand numbers because they match it with a feeling.
Oh, so the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, when you're doing your waltzes,
Not
nothing
with
between.
regards to physical movement.
All right. All
One, two,
right.
three means nothing to. That's why engineers have difficulty um, with dancing because numbers have no relation to movement because they are not used to moving.
And I really appreciate the fact that I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys did. And, some of the folks on here may not be brand partners and wanting to sell the product, but you're still sharing it. Nedra's been very sweet about sharing it with her daughters and family members. That you ask people, I've learned you just, an aha moment was, I need to find the 4 top things that LifeWave is really good at in terms of, like you said, the philanthropic, the emotional side of it, and then you've got the science.
So you
Yeah,
want the reputation, the
reputation.
excitement, the caring for others, and the technical knowledge.
Okay. No, I think it's perfect because that's how I can approach people now. And
Mhm.
you said there's cards you can give people. Where do we buy that? What is
Uh,
this? Oh,
Let me
hi.
send you the information because it's been a while since I've done anything with them, but you order it from my site, and
Okay.
I've got to find
Hi.
my site.
You have a nice friend there. I love cats.
Yeah.
Well, I would love it. So you send it to me and then I'll put it on the show notes.
Okay.
I think it would be great to meet people and do that. I think it would be a really clever thing to do, and it kind of breaks the ice a little bit too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I'm a lot more comfortable with people than I used to be. And part of that was the Toastmaster training that I had encountered. There was a woman in my life that everybody knows who totally transformed me. And
Mm.
I'm looking at her like, you're crazy. And, then I got more involved with all of this stuff. And she put me through living hell, but I thank her for it. No, I thank her for it because that transformation, it was not fun. It was not fun. It
Yeah.
was painful. It was scary. Um, I
Huh.
was feeling emotions that I never felt before, but it allowed me to become a better person. It allowed me to listen better, to understand better, and to be more compassionate and be in charge of my life by not letting outside things affect me.
It broke you wide open.
Oh
That's
yeah,
that's
it
good.
it just
Oh,
it just created a whole new person. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today
interest. Oh my
because
good.
I would
Wow.
have never been involved with Toastmasters. So part of the reason why she wanted me involved with Toastmasters because she said I talk like a Neanderthal.
You've had two people in your life that have been really low below the belt talking to you or low brow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's what it does to wake us up. And
Hmm.
the truth hurts, as they say, but it can be your purpose or your pain, and you have
Hmm.
to figure it out. And we
Right.
all have lessons to learn. So people are
Right.
in our lives for a reason, and it's a good thing to do to look at how you are being.
Hmm.
That's really interesting. Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, but this is, as I said, it's been super fun. And if we want to go dive deeper on something else and another level that you do, we didn't really talk about Words Matter book. So I want to have you come back. I'm going
Okay.
to get the book. I need to read it.
Okay. What?
And
Okay.
then
See right there.
I get to get the book. What?
You said I need to read it.
I get to buy the book and I will have such joy reading it. I get to get the book. Yeah, I need to read it. Yeah, well, I do. But, okay. Yeah, I need to
And
get
all
the
it
book.
is just a training to pay attention to how many times you say the word need. It's so subconscious, unconscious for most people. I had fun with the girl. I said, okay, every time you say the word need, I'm finding you $1. She
Yeah.
paid me $6 in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah, we used to do that with my son for there was a quarter thing. For every curse word you said, you had to put the quarter in the bin there in the jar. And we ended up getting into trouble more because we were cursing more than him. So he
Mhm.
ended, but you know what is interesting? I wanted to close with something you just said. Oh, so I saw a therapist for years that talked about the power of words, and he said some of the most unhealthy people are those that say not all the time. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. The not. And he said, think about a knot that literally is all twisted up and tied together in your stomach, because that's what you're creating in your life by saying, I'm not this, or I'm not going to do that. That expression. So words, it's actually like your body hears it in real time, and it reacts to those things.
And it
So
believes what it constantly hears.
absolutely, that's what is so harmful with a child. And we all are like that with our children. Stop doing that. Don't do that. Quit doing this. Stop, don't, it's all of those negative connotations that we grow up with,
Mhm.
that we wonder why every time somebody raises a hand, we flinch. So it's so true. But it is great. And I do want to read a little bit more of the book. It'd be fun to dive deeper with you on that so that we
Yeah.
can start empowering ourselves to really use the language that we're meant to, and it
Mhm.
empowers us, and then it helps us to do a better job of being, I think it's, what is the word, just communication skills. We need a
Mhm.
communication skill classes. I think that's actually something missing in schools.
Well,
And
one of the things that I teach my students is how to listen. There's a saying, do
uh,
you listen to respond or do you listen to comprehend?
oh, it's all about response. We're
Yeah.
so busy trying to think of what, that's why when you go meet somebody, you say, hi, Tom, hi, Bill, hi, Bob. You meet them for the first time. You're so busy thinking about what you're going to say and your nervousness the first time that you don't even get their name. You're supposed to repeat their name. Hey, Tom, nice to meet you. Hey, Bob, whatever, but it doesn't always stick for some reason. And it's a hard one to do. But yeah, all right, you guys. Well, it is getting late, but this has been super enjoyable. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for showing us your skills and your dancing moves. We're going to have to see that. We have to figure out how to get some dancing moves in. But thank you. And thank all of you for still being here. April, Heidi, Nedra, we really appreciate it.
Hold on, let me finish. Saddle rack. That was the name of the
That
store.
was it. Yes, you remembered the saddle rack. So we were talking about a big country and western bar. Now I'm a Texan, and so those places were huge when I was growing up. And so Fridays and Saturday nights we would go dancing every weekend. Just music and dancing. I think that's the best gift you can give yourself. So get out, dance, listen to music, have fun, and thank all of you guys for being here. And don't forget to sign up for my my summit coming up. Secrets, what is it again? Summit at summit.secretstoradianthealth.com. I look forward to continue the conversation, but it was really enjoyable.
I look forward to meeting you in person.
All right, dancing in person.
Yes.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.